It's easy to be impressed by a flashy camera built for pros, but for most of us, those cameras are just out of reach. So, when a great middle-of-the-road camera comes along, that's almost more noteworthy. And that's where the Panasonic Lumix GX85 comes in. To be clear, the GX85 isn't a dirt cheap camera. It costs $700 without a lens, or $800 with Panasonic's optional glass. If you're already satisfied with the camera in your smartphone, then shelling out close to $1,000 for an interchangeable lens camera may sound crazy. But for what this camera can do, the GX85 is actually an excellent value. For starters, the Lumix GX85 is a micro four thirds camera, which means it has a much bigger sensor than your average point and shoot, and it can use any lens in the micro four thirds system. The kit lens you can bundle it with is a 12 to 32mm zoom lens from Panasonic that offers decent performance, but is a bit limited when it comes to overall image quality. To take full advantage of the GX85, you should consider paying a few $100s more for some other lens options, so keep that in mind when you're considering the price of the overall package. Despite its small body, the GX85 is actually loaded with features. It shoots 4K video, takes 16 megapixel stills, and has both a viewfinder and a 3-inch touchscreen LCD. There's a rear control dial that's accessible with your thumb, another dial on the top of the camera, and a collection of buttons on the back of the camera that give you quick access to things like ISO, white balance, and a variety of other controls. The camera feels strong and durable, but it's not weather sealed, so you shouldn't be taking it out shooting in the rain. The GX85's post-focus option is a key new feature on this camera, and it's actually kind of fun to use. With this setting engaged, the camera takes a burst of photos, layers them on top of each other, and then lets you choose the focus after the fact. It's a feature we've seen on a few other Panasonic cameras this year, and it's certainly an amusing tool. There's also a new stabilization system on the camera that worked wonders in our tests. Shooting handheld with a big 400mm lens is usually difficult, but we were able to get sharp shots using shutter speeds as low as 1/30th of a second with stabilization engaged. Even with its mediocre kit lens, the Panasonic GX85 is one of the best, if not the best, camera you can get for less than $1,000. If, for some reason, the GX85 doesn't appeal to you, we also like the Panasonic Lumix G7 and the Olympus OMD EM10 Mark II in this price range. But the Panasonic GX85 is our favorite of the three, and it's our top pick if you want an affordable camera that will keep you satisfied for years to come.